Let's start. So, what are the 3 levels of counseling? Like, no? 3 levels of counseling. Just list.
Directive,
Ah, the
indirect,
3 types of counseling. Directive, then
directive,
hmm,
non-directive, and L
ECLE,
C T I
which
C.
means both directive and indirective. That's it. Okay. So let's start with a new lesson, that is management of support services, institutions, programs for children, youth and elderly. Okay, a big lesson. Okay, chapter 10. This is our last chapter in this term 1. Management of support services, institutions and programs for children, youth and elderly. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about, there are certain programs like ICDS and all. There are certain programs for each group, for children, for youth, as well as for elderly. So now we are going to discuss about what are the programs here and also the institutions behind each program. Okay. Chapter 10. Yeah, Reina, read. Read the first paragraph.
Significance. The family is the basic unit of society, and one of its chief functions is to look after the needs of its members.
Fine.
The
So the main function of our family, that is to look after all the needs of the members. So what are the needs? What are your needs? Yeah, Magna? Food? Yeah, Reina?
education.
Very good. Sana? Any other need? Medical support, right? It's also a need of family. Yeah. So we all know family is the basic unit for all the development, for all the holistic development or for the proper building of personality. Family is the basic, or family plays a basic role or a major role. Clear? So the main function of the family is to look after all the needs of the members. There are different needs for different persons. So the main aim of the family is to look after all the needs, to take care all the needs of Sana, Reina and Meghna. Okay? That is the main function of your family. So the members in a family could include parents, their children of various ages. That is very important. Why? The needs also differ with age group, right? What about an infant and an adolescent? Yeah, we need to take, or we need to provide more care for an infant, right? Or for a baby than you. So the need also differs. And also grandparents, the members in the family. Yeah. Read the next line, Sana.
The composition of the family will vary from one household to another, but at different stages in its life cycle, the family has different composition and the members together try to meet each other's needs. However, a family cannot always provide all the specialized services that are needed for the optimal growth and development of its
Fine.
members.
So look, a family cannot always provide all the needs for the optimum growth and development of the members. There are certain families, yeah, they lack the socioeconomic status or they have some kind of problems. So they need an assistance, right? They need an assistance from government or they need a support from other NGOs and all, right? Okay, that's it. Then read the rest. Sana. Therefore,
Uh, for example, young children need formal education, older members need health care. Therefore, each
that's
community
why our government provide free education, right? Free education for children. That is a basic need of a child, to get educated. Yeah, then.
Therefore, each community creates other structures like schools, hospitals, universities, recreation centers, training centers, which provide specialized services or support services which can be accessed by different members of the family to meet their needs.
Look, so our schools, hospitals, universities, different training centers, recreational centers or recreation center, leisure activity centers. Yeah, there are number of institutions that help the members of the family to look after or to meet all their needs. Okay. Yeah, Meghna. Next paragraph.
Generally, a family, along with other structures of the society like schools, hospitals, etc., is expected to meet the needs of its members. However, many families in our country are unable to meet even the basic needs of their family.
Basic needs means food, education, all these comes under the basic needs of that child. So there are certain families in our country, we already know, right? There are certain families. So we need to provide the basic needs for them. Okay? Yeah, read.
Of their members and or assets, as well as utilize the various services provided by other structures of the society due to various reasons. One of them being lack of resource, especially financial.
Fine,
See the
fine.
box.
So due to this financial problems or due to the lack of resources, like lack of books, book is a resource, right? Money is a resource. Yeah, last year we already discussed what are the different types of resources, human resources, non-human resources. Time is a resource. So somebody face all these problems, they can get the help from NGOs or from the government. Clear? These are the certain significance. What is the need of providing the, you know what happened? No? Fine. So these are the certain significance or the importance of these institutions. Why we are providing this much of care for community, right? Young people. Clear? Okay? And we already discussed that there are certain conditions like poverty, yeah, deficiencies, and also low birth weight babies and all. Yeah, this also plays a major role in put forward all these things, institutions and all. Okay, this table is very important. Mark the key terms. Okay, Sana, can you read?
Poverty in India is widespread, with the nation estimated to have a third of the world's poor. According to the Planning Commission of India, in 2011 to 2012, 29.5% of the population was living below the national poverty line. Less than 30% of our population has access to adequate
Sanitation facilities.
sanitation facilities. Less than half of all deliveries in a year are conducted by trained birth attendants, which is a cause of high maternal and infant mortality and morbidity. Less than
Mortality
half
and
the
morbidity.
country's household consume iodized salt. Lack of iodine adversely affects mental and physical growth of the child. Pervasive discrimination against
Pervasive
girls,
discrimination against girls, which means a discrimination against girls and boys.
which is reflected in a range of adverse indicators, including nutritional and educational outcomes, and the declining ratio of girls to boys, particularly in the youngest age group, are matters of concern.
So these are the importance or the significance of our chapter 10. Okay, so first one, that is poverty. Okay, first point, that is poverty. Next one, according to the Planning Commission of 2011 and 2012 study, according to that study, 29.5, that percent is very important, 29.5% of the population was living below the poverty line, not above, below the poverty line. That is the reason of the poverty, right? 29.5 percentage living below the national poverty line. We have a poverty line, that is APL and BPL. Yeah. Below poverty line, that is BPL, and above poverty line, that is APL. Okay. So less than 30% of our population has access to adequate sanitation facility, only 30%, right? Then less than half of all the deliveries in a year are conducted by trained birth attendants. So which is a cause of high maternal and infant mortality. So due to the maternal mortality, which means mother's death, that's it, okay? Maternal mortality and infant mortality, which means infant death, and also the morbidity are the certain reasons. Then less than half of the country's household consume iodized salt, but lack of iodine also leads to mental and physical growth. Yeah, we already discussed, right? Iodine, iron, all these are the micronutrients. Due to the deficiency of iodine, it leads to the condition called as goiter. And during the time of pregnancy, that is very important, the iodine, right? To avoid the stillbirth, spontaneous abortions and all, we need to consume iodized salt. Then other point, that is declining ratio of girls to boys. The ratio between boys and girls also decline during the time of. Okay, so these are the certain significance. Just write the key terms. Poverty, right? Poverty, 29.5% below the national poverty line. Then high maternal and infant mortality and morbidity, lack of iodine, declining ratio of girls to boys. Okay. Declining ratio of girls to boys. Clear? So, my next question, that is, why are we focusing more on children, youth and elderly? Don't read from here. Why we give more importance to children, youth and elderly? Meghna, any one point?
Because they are the persons who need most care.
Meghna, I can't hear you.
Because they are the persons who need most care at that time.
Okay, anything else, Anna? What is the need of providing more care for elderly people? You can also include that.
Because they get ill often, the elderly people.
Okay, Vena, anything else?
They more to be cared
Hmm?
rather than other group of people.
That's my question. Why?
Because the age matters.
Age matters because adolescence and all, right? Very good. So this is because these are vulnerable group. We call this children, youth and elderly common as a vulnerable group in our society. So what is the meaning of this vulnerable? Which means they are the persons in society who are more likely to be affected by adverse circumstances, like more chance to involve in drug related matters and all, adolescents, right? Sexual abuse, physical abuse, because these children, youth and elderly, they have more chance of having these kind of problems or kind of harmful situations and all. Okay, so thus children, youth and elderly, we call them as a vulnerable group. Why we call them as a vulnerable group? Because these groups in our society, they are more likely to be affected by adverse circumstances. Okay, and also likely to have a more harmful impact. That is why we call them as a vulnerable group. Always remember the example, youth connected with the drugs and all. Okay, because they are vulnerable to that due to the bad peer pressure or a negative peer pressure, right? That is why we include youth under this vulnerable category. And about children, they are unaware about the bad touch and all, right? We need to provide education for them. So we include children also under the vulnerable group. Then what about elderly? After 60 or 60 plus. Yeah, their physical condition matters, right? Diseases, their mobility. Yeah, all these matters. Clear? So they are the vulnerable groups, these children, youth and elderly. This activity is an assignment for you, okay? Assignment from chapter 10. Our first assignment. List the needs of children, youth and elderly. At least 5 points. Okay, at least 5 points. It's an assignment. You have to submit. Submit after Onam holidays, okay? Lots of time, right? Please note the assignment. List the needs of children, youth and elderly. At least 5 points. 5 points for children, 5 points for youth or 5 needs of elderly. We already discussed the needs of children and all. Last year also, right? In ECC, Early Childhood Care and Education, we discussed a number of needs of children, right? Their education, their care, critical period and all. You can include all those things. Okay? So let's start from needs of children. Needs of children. Yeah. Raina, can you read?
Ma'am, from why children are vulnerable?
Yes. This is our next topic. Okay, why children are vulnerable. This is the first point.
Ma'am, can start reading.
Children are vulnerable because
Children are vulnerable because childhood is a period of rapid development
read
in
slowly.
all in all domains and development. In one area, influence or development in all other. In
Fine.
order,
So childhood is a period of rapid growth, right? All the physical, emotional, what are the 5 areas of development? Volunteer yourself. Okay, 5 areas of domains or development. Physical, emotional, then remaining 3. Sana? No volunteering, right? Try. Other domains of development. Physical, emotional, then
Cognitive.
very good. Cognitive, then you're right. Then anything else? Physical, emotional, cognitive. Your environment is a part of which development? Physical, emotional, then? Raina, can you try? Physical, emotional, cognitive.
social.
Very good. Physical, emotional, social, cognitive, and language. These are the 5 domains of development. Okay. So childhood is a period of rapid growth and development. So why? What is the reason? Due to this physical development, emotional development, social development, cognitive and language development. That is why we include children under the vulnerable group, because this is a rapid growth period. Okay, most of the development take place during the time of childhood. Yeah, read. Raina?
In order for the child to grow optimally in all areas, it is important that child needs for food, shelter, healthcare, and love, nurturance, and
Nurturance. Stimulation. So who
stimulation.
provide all these things? This food, shelter, healthcare, love and all. Meghna? Our family, right? Yeah. So stimulation. What is the meaning of stimulation? Any idea? Physical stimulation or emotional stimulation. What is the meaning? Anybody? Anyone? It is a method of, for an example, if it is a physical stimulation for a child, it is a method or a play method we used to stimulate their body, okay, to stimulate their gross motor skills or to improve their fine motor skills, okay, stimulation by providing plays, toys, games and all. Okay, so to meet the holistic manner. Holistic means physical, emotional, social, cognitive, and language. Okay, yeah. Then adverse experiences can have a lasting impact on the child's development. Okay, the experiences always matters, right? Early childhood experiences that will continue till the end, right? The bad experiences, yeah, or otherwise we need to give guidance or counseling, yeah, to avoid that mental issue, not the mental issue, to avoid that concept from the mind, right? Sana, the chapter is little bit dull, but don't sleep, okay? Yeah. Yeah, Sana, read the next paragraph.
All children are vulnerable, but some are more vulnerable than others. These are the
So who
children.
are these more vulnerable children? Yeah, who are more vulnerable children? So all children belong to the category of vulnerable group. So who are more vulnerable? I'll give a clue. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. Sana? Yeah. Yeah.
The children who need special care.
Very good. They are more vulnerable, right? Like a child with a disability, visual disability, or intellectual disability, or learning disability, right? They are more vulnerable. Yeah. Read, Sana. Yeah, Sana, you can read.
These are the children who are living in such challenging conditions and difficult circumstances that their basic needs of food, health, care, and nurturance are not met, and this prevents them from developing their full potential.
Street children are the perfect example for this, right? Yeah. No proper food, no proper health, no proper nutrients. Yeah. Okay. Or missing children. Okay. They are more vulnerable when compared with other children. Yeah. So now we are going to discuss about the significance of childhood. Okay. Meghna, read.
Nearly two-thirds of children under 5 years of age suffer from moderate or severe malnutrition.
We already discussed this, right? We can include this. Yeah, the moderate and mild nutrition or a severe nutrition. Yeah, during the time of preschools and all. 5 years. Yeah, malnutrition affect the development in all areas because we all know food is the basic need. Yeah, we need food for proper nutrition, for proper health. To lead a healthy life, we need good food with good nutrients. Yeah, otherwise it leads to malnutrition, either overnutrition or the undernutrition. Okay, yeah. And about 3 million children, the number, look, 3 million children. All these numbers are the famous questions, okay, MCQ questions. So how many children live on the street without any shelter, right? So for option, you have to pick the correct one. 3 million children. 3 million children live on the street without any shelter or without home. Okay. Only 1 in 3 of the preschool age, 1 in 3. 1 in 3 children of the preschool age has the opportunity to be in early learning program. Okay, ECC program. Otherwise, the other children, which means more vulnerable children, they have no chance for attend an Angawadi or the preschools and all, or the ECCE training. Okay, less than half of Indians' children between 6 to 14 years go to school. Look, only less than half children go to school. That is another factor why we include children as a vulnerable group. Because we all know the childhood is the major stage or the major area of development, right? So we need to provide education, we need to provide ECC, the playway method, art way method to improve their holistic skills, to improve their physical skills, cognitive skills, not only the cognitive skills, the social and emotional skills are very important, right? To understand other person's feelings, yeah, how to interact with others, all these things matters in our life, right? And a little over 1/3 of all children who enroll in Standard 1 reach Standard 8, which means a lot of dropout from school. Another reason. Yeah, that is the main reason why we provide food for them. At least for food, they attend the school, right? For getting food. 17 million children, yeah, the work and children. We already discussed this in chapter 1, right? Work, livelihood, and career. 17 million children in India work. Mines or in factories or in like textiles industries and all. Yeah, they have to do manual work with low wages or no wages. Okay. These are the main reason why we include children under the category of vulnerable group. Is it clear, Sana? You have to read this text. Okay. Actually, this is like a story, right? You have to read. Okay. So please write the key terms. Moderate or severe nutrition. Give the heading why children are vulnerable. Give heading why children are vulnerable. Then write the point moderate or severe nutrition. Due to the moderate and severe nutrition, due to 3 million children live on the street. 1 in 3 children of the preschool age has the opportunity to be in early learning program. Less than half of children go to school. A lot of dropouts from school. To avoid this dropout, yeah. Then also work and children, how children is connected with work. 17 million children in India, not in world. Look, 17 million children in India itself. Okay. These are the certain reasons why we include children under the category of vulnerable group. Yeah, I think now you understand the reason. Yeah, why we put them in a vulnerable group and why we provide more importance for them. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear, Meghna? So what is the importance of family? Meghna, can you try? Or the main objective of the family? I need that key term. That's it.
To look after the basic needs of the members.
Very good. That's it. Sana, can you try with the vulnerable groups? Who are the vulnerable groups? And what is the meaning of that vulnerability? Yeah. You can refer the notes. No problem. Yeah. Who are the vulnerable group?
Children,
Hmm.
then elderly people, youth,
Youth. Fine. So, what is the meaning of vulnerability?
vulnerability means
Because they have more chance, yeah,
need to
to
be
involve in harmful situations or harmful circumstances. That is why we include them in the vulnerable group. Do you heard about juvenile homes or juvenile justice and all? Like, no, yes or no? I'm not asking the question. Okay, juvenile homes or the special homes, correction homes and all. Yeah, all these are the certain institutions. Yeah, we arranged for them, okay, to solve their problems or to correct their behavior and all. Okay, so let's discuss about the institutions or programs by government. Okay, yeah. Meghna, can you read?
All children in difficult circumstances need care and protection, but some may violate the law or be involved in antisocial activities.
So there are certain children, they have a habit of violating the laws, Indian laws, okay, by involved in anti-social activities. Yeah, sexual assault is an activity, over drug use is an activity, watching porn videos is an activity, right? All these are the anti-social activities. So there are certain children, they violate the law. Okay, so according to the Care and Protection of Children, the Juvenile Justice Act of 2000, very important, okay? Juvenile Justice Act of 2000, okay? They put forward certain framework for that children or for those children, okay? Please write Juvenile Justice Act 2000. Sana, she's sleeping. Juvenile Justice Act 2000. It's not your fault, okay? It's a time. It's 2 o'clock, right? Yeah. So, Juvenile Justice Act 2000. They put forward certain framework to care that children or to provide education for them. So this act concerns itself with 2 categories of children. So under this act of 2000, juvenile, yeah. What is the word meaning of juvenile? Yes, that was, yeah. Juvenile. Yeah. Then why you write Juvenile Justice Act? Juvenile, that just means children. Okay, juvenile. Kids or children below 18 years, we call them as a juvenile. Like there are certain names for friends, right? Peers, clique. Do you remember all these things? Clique, crush, chums and all. Yeah. So child, juvenile, all are below 18 years. That's it. That is the word meaning of juvenile. So under this act, there are 2 categories of children. We put 2 categories under this act. One is in conflict with law. Yeah, in conflict with law. Another one in need of care and protection. So please write the heading Juvenile Justice Act 2000. Juvenile Justice Act 2000. Okay. So there are 2 categories of children under this act. First one, that is, what is the first category? In conflict with law. So please write in conflict with law. Second category, that is who need Nestle. She's in +1, right? Yeah. Please wait. Next category, that is need of care and protection. Need of care and protection. Yeah. Clear? Need of care and protection. These are the 2 categories under the Act, Juvenile Justice Act. Clear? So what is the main objective of this act? To provide care as well as to correct their behaviors. Okay. So one category, that is those who conflict with law, which means, what is the meaning of that? Any idea? The children who violate the laws. Yeah, Meghna?
Not abide by the laws.
That's it. Okay. So children who violate laws, that comes under the category of in conflict with law. Another one, there are certain children, they need care and protection, like our street children. Yeah. There are child trafficking, right? Or the missing children and all. We need to provide certain care and protection for them. That is the second category under the Juvenile Justice Act. So this Juvenile Justice Act is not only about correcting their behavior, but also to provide their care and education for them. Clear? So another term, that is juvenile delinquents or juvenile delinquency. What is the meaning? Yeah? The children who committed certain mistakes or they violate certain laws. That's it. Okay. There are certain children who conflict with the law, or there are certain children caught by the police for violating the Indian Penal Code, which means our laws, Indian laws. Okay. In other words, they are arrested by the police. This is a simple definition. Okay. In other words, they are arrested by the police because they have committed of a crime. Okay. They committed certain crimes. Is it clear? Okay. So Juvenile Justice Act of 2000 is a primary legal framework for juvenile justice in India. This act concerns itself with two categories of children. First category, that is in conflict with law. Conflict, fighting with law, right? Which means the children are arrested by police because they commit certain mistakes. Not mistake, they commit certain crimes. Okay. Another category, that is in need of care and protection. There are certain children who need care and protection from our government. Okay. Is it clear? Yeah. Yeah. Meghna, can you read the first paragraph?
And treatment.
Yeah.
Treatment of juvenile delinquency and provides a framework for protection, treatment, and rehabilitation of children. It relates to juveniles in conflict with law and children in need of care and protection by providing for proper care, protection, and treatment, by catering to their development needs, and by adopting a child-friendly approach in the adjudication and
and
disposition
disposition.
of matters in the best interest of children and for their ultimate rehabilitation through various institutions. This act
Rehabilitation. What is the meaning of rehabilitation? Any idea? Yeah? Sana, rehabilitation. Can you try? Rehabilitate a person. What is the meaning? I'm going to rehabilitate street children or street child. What is the meaning? Hmm? Okay, it's a homework for you. Rehabilitation. Okay. What is the meaning of rehabilitation? Sana? Okay. So one assignment and one homework for you. Yeah. Clear. So under the second category, in need of care and protection, they provide the proper care, protection by providing the shelter, providing proper food and treatment if necessary, and also by adopting a child-friendly approach. All the approach is a child-centered method or a child-friendly approach. Okay. So word meaning of juveniles, that is children. So juvenile delinquency. What is juvenile delinquency, Meghna?
children care,
Ah, children.
care,
That conflict with law. Okay. Juvenile delinquency. Is it clear? Any doubts? Meghna? Easy or tough or boring? Chapter 10. Easy, tough or boring? Or no, okay. Actually, it's boring, right? Yeah. You have to learn. Because the easy chapters, so don't forget about the assignments. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, Sana. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Yeah. On sleep. Have food and sleep. Yeah. Bye.